Morning students. Today we will discuss about Nimisha Priya case. First let us see why it is in news. Actually the Nimisha Priya, she is a Malayali nurse who has been on death row in Yemen. She is on the death row in Yemen. Why she is in the death row? For allegedly murdering a Yemeni national in 2017 and is reportedly scheduled to be executed on July 16th, 2025. So, on July 14, 2025, the Supreme Court of India heard a plea filed by Save Nimisha Priya International Action Council seeking intervention of the Government of India. So the Government of India stated that it is doing every possible, but there is a limited diplomatic access in Yemen due to ongoing conflict. That's what the government told. This case has drawn a national and international attention, raising legal, humanitarian, diplomatic, and ethical questions. First, let us see what exactly the case is. A nurse from Palakkad, that is Nimisha Priya, who moved to Yemen in 2008 to support her family. In 2015, she started a clinic in Sana'a, a region in Yemen, by partnering with an Yemeni national, that is Talal Abdo Mahdi. These two together started a clinic. So, actually, what happened was, according to the reports, the person who she partnered, that is Mahdi, he allegedly abused and financially exploited Nimisha Priya. So she want to retrieve her passport and she want to escape from the situation. So what she did was she sedated him under the advice of the local jail warden. She sedated Mehdi. Unfortunately, this sedation has turned into overdosage. Because of this, the Mehdi has been died. And his dismembered body, actually, it was found in the water tank. These are all situations were happened. Then she was arrested near the Yemen and Saudi border after a month of this incident. This is what happened. Now, the Yemeni court and went into the trial, and the Nimisha Priya sentenced it to death in 2020 by Yemeni trial court. Her appeal also, it was rejected by Houthi Supreme Council in 2023. So she is on the death row from that time. Now, what is the penalty actually? The penalty here is death penalty by execution. According to the Yemeni law, generally the Yemeni law follows the Shreya principles. The Shreya principles allows for the death penalty in cases of murder. However, under Sharia, there is an option for the victim's family to pardon the accused. So, the victim's family, they can pardon the accused in the exchange of the blood money, that is called diya. So, in Nimisha's case, the options for pardon through payment of blood money is technically still open, but there is no clear confirmation from the victim's family. Now, if you can see that what are India's options are available to handle this situation. Number one, it is India is facing a diplomatic limitation right now, because India does not have a formal diplomatic ties with the current Houthi-led government in Yemen, which controls the region of the Sana'a. So this limits direct intervention. And what are the different efforts were made by India? The government allowed Nimisha's mother to travel to Yemen to negotiate with the family. The same Nimisha Priya Council was formed. It is not by the government, it is outside. Same Nimisha Priya Council was formed. It involves lawyers, human rights activists, and politicians to raise awareness and funds for paying the blood money. The Indian Embassy also has helped transfer funds for negotiations through unofficial channels. Now, what is the legal course of action which is happening in India? The legal route in India, petitions have been filed in the Delhi High Court and Supreme Court urging the Indian government to intervene more strongly. The current status as of 14th of July 2025 is the Supreme Court has heard the plea and the Attorney General said that given the complex situation in Yemen, the government options are very much limited. Now, as a UPSC aspirant, few things you should note down here. Number one, diplomatic realities in the conflict zones. Because India's ability to help its citizens is limited by the international relations. No official ties with the Houthis means no formal diplomatic leverage. The third one, importance of consular protection. This case actually highlights the need for strong consular support, especially for Indians working in conflict zones. Also, it underlines the risks faced by the migrant workers, especially women. The third one is use of Sharia law and blood money. Diya, that is called as a blood money, is legally valid in many Islamic countries. It reflects intersection of legal systems, religious laws, and diplomatic negotiation difficulties. The another factor as an aspirant you have to understand is impact of migration and economic vulnerability. Nimisha Priya's case clearly shows that how migrant workers often enter unsafe business or personal arrangements abroad. Her story is also tied to the larger picture of gender, class, and economic migration. And role of civil society also you have to observe here, because the civil society has been formed same Nimisha Priya Council, which shows how non-state actors, that is activists, lawyers, NGOs, and different people play a critical role in international justice efforts. And finally, we can conclude this topic with few concluding remarks. The Nimisha Priya case is not just about a single individual. It represents the diplomatic challenges India faces, the ethical debate on the death penalty, and the urgency to provide vulnerable Indian workers abroad, to protect the vulnerable Indian workers abroad. So while her fate now largely rests with the victim's family and the local legal system in Yemen, the case should be a wake-up call for India to build stronger international mechanisms for legal support, especially in conflict zones. Thank you.